A real dialogue must take place between consciousness and consciousness, not mind to mind. When I address you, I don't address you as individual, I address you as consciousness. If one addresses you as individuality, then you have to respond as individuality. You have to use effort and technique and so on. But when I address you as consciousness, you are only to understand. With understanding is your powerful instrument. With understanding, somehow responses just come into play. You don't activate them. You're just open. And then words become a kind of mantra. Through understanding, somehow some response comes about. You cannot explain how. When real listening happens, it happens in openness. When non-personal listening, is it possible? What it means, non-personal listening, that even somehow, when you are aware that even there's something inside trying to make use of the listening to do something, that's called personal. But even that now is also detected, and when you detect this, then that is a much more refined listening, meaning that it is a non-phenomenal listening. It's not wanting to make use of it, it's just open. The listening happens and the correct response comes appropriately. And this is why you don't have to move from your seat 1/2 of an inch to be awake to who you are. Who will follow? Who will follow that? What will taste the absence of you? Who will claim? What is that taste which is minus you? That taste they call the Amrit Ananda, the pure nectar of being. When you are not there, who is this you? It is an imposter. What is this you I'm talking about? Conditioning, conditioned mind, identity. I am this kind of person, this is me, I like this, I don't like that. This one, that inner journalist who is always monitoring what is going on. This is the conditioned mind. When you are aware of this, then in the moment that you are clear, you observe that this is also seen. Space opens up. And one naturally knows, I am not this. But unquestioned, you feel like you are this, because this is your experience. And whatever you believe, you become. When understanding occurs, energetically, it is felt. You know how it is felt? There's less of you present. Real understanding removes you, the one who thinks he understands. This is why I call this question, who am I, my piranha question. It eats up the questioner even. And something feels so stable in here. It's like, you want to get past me, you have to meet me first. Me. Yeah. You have to get to me first. Belief, and apparently a very forceful identity, is holding guard, the bodyguard. And everything that comes in has to come through this bodyguard. And it is felt here with you. Like, you want to talk to, you have to talk to me. But if there is awareness of this, which there appear to be, then a deeper presence is acknowledging itself. Can you see? It's very subtle. We all have this ability. We have the ability that even if you're not lazy, you can see when conversations are merely oral, verbal, mental, when they're not auspicious. But when you listen from a place of no mind, then you listen energetically and you can feel whether hearing takes place in consciousness or only in the mind. The frequency is different. I wonder if you're aware of this. The frequency is different. Here I'm speaking somehow, and I have to share what I'm saying with everybody, waiting for you to catch up. Because something is there. I say, yeah, but me. This one is somehow appearing to eclipse the beingness, the spontaneous beingness. Because you asked me to talk to your mind. And I said, no, it has to be a mind bypass. Are you aware of this? The one that wants to understand, but I don't get it. It just doesn't make sense. I'm not getting it. But you, the consciousness, is paying too much attention to that. We are paying too much attention to this play. The conditioned mind is put up front to represent, and it seems to be preceding everything else. Your beingness remains beautifully untouched. A real dialogue must take place between consciousness and consciousness, not mind to mind. You see? So when you say, I don't understand, I just don't get it, this you cannot understand. The mind cannot understand. The self you cannot reach, you cannot attain to the self. How can you attain to the infinite? Where is your location in the infinite to approach the infinite? Are you outside the infinite? Simply mean you pay attention to this. Something has been relying too much on the skills of the mind.